Happy Monday. I had somebody write and she said that she's broken up with her best friend and she'd like some advice because she's in recovery, and she says that all that she feels like doing is restricting exercise because she's upset because she's broken up with her best friend, and also that her best friend was one of the primary motivators in her recovery. So what does she do to keep herself from not restricting and keep eating? And well, there's no easy answer to that. It comes down to force feeding yourself in the end, I think. Your brain has learned over the years that you've had an eating disorder that restricting and exercising is the correct response to feeling stressed. And it's learnt that because that's what you've done when you felt stressed. And so over the years it's like, oh, I'm stressed, this is what I do. I do think that there's probably an evolutionary part in there as well, that an increase in stress tells your brain like, oh, the environment got more awful or more dangerous, so I should move, I should get out of here. And that's the migration response, is to eat very little and move a lot when your body thinks that it needs to migrate. And so you've got both those things going on, but neither of those things are going to serve your recovery, are they? And despite the fact that your brain has learned that the correct response to stress is to move a lot and eat very little, that's not going to help you recovering. We have to teach your brain that that's not the correct response to stress anymore. Thank you very much, brain. So I'm sorry, the only real answer that I can give to that is you don't get to restrict. You can't. That's not recovery. You don't get to go and exercise. That's not recovery either. So even though it's much more difficult to not do those things without the help of your friend, then that's what you have to do. And as a responsible adult, your body is your responsibility, friend or not. It's your responsibility to get better and to help your body out by resting and eating. I can't really say I had that problem ever myself in recovery because I didn't really have any friends, which was no wonder because I was miserable. I didn't go out and do anything fun. Apart from the French chef, he didn't care that I was miserable, just yelled at me to stop being miserable. And I must say he did really help my recovery a lot because he used to force me to eat as well whenever he saw me. So friends like that are good, but friends are helpful in recovery for sure. Support, take as much of it as you can get, but you've got to think of it, it's like an extra luxury bonus. If you lost a friend, whatever, you've got to do it anyway. You've got to recover. That's why animals are so great in recovery, because they generally stick around. They generally don't run off and leave you, and they're pretty reliable, especially indoor cats, which are basically captive. Can't get out even if you wanted to. Not that you'd want to, because you don't know what's out there in the big bad world, do you, darling?